Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Andini Rahayu, ID number 20400120017 from PBIA class. Okay, now I will make a video final discourse analysis and I will answer 10 questions. The first question is about describe the position of discourse analysis in the theory of linguistics. The position of discourse analysis in the theory of linguistics is universally known that discourse analysis is a primarily linguistic study which examines the use of language by its native population orally and in writing. It is not surprising that the development of discourse analysis theory is strongly influenced by developments of linguistic theories. It could even be said that linguistic theory is the one that gives rise to the theory of discourse analysis. Consequently, to see the process of how discourse analysis come into being in the study of linguistics, it helps if we first examine the development of linguistic theories, since this cannot be separated from the genesis of discourse analysis. The second question is, what are the differences between discourse analysis and error analysis in terms of their linguistic background theory and content of analysis? The differences between discourse analysis and error analysis. Discourse analysis is a primarily linguistic study which examines the use of language by its native population orally and in writing, while error analysis began intensively to be developed in the era of structuralism. It is done solely to provide information to teachers about the form error often made by learners. The information is then considered as the spot of the learner's problem in learning foreign language. The third question is, what do you know about the following terms, such as discourse analysis, communicative competence, language form and function, exchange, move, and discourse patterns? Discourse analysis is one of the scientific disciplines in linguistics that specifically studies discourse, the way language is used between people, both in writing text and in spoken situation. Communicative competence is underlying knowledge a speaker has of the rules of grammar, including phonology, orthophonology, syntax, lexicon, semantic, and the rules of their use in socially appropriate circumstances. Language form is the knowledge of rules of grammar and performance, while language function is the way the rules are used. Exchange, according to Sinclair and Calder, is the smallest unit of classroom discourse that can be analyzed. And move is a unit of interaction that is composed of one or more speech acts. Speech acts are the smallest units of meaning in a conversation and each part in the exchange. And the last is discourse pattern. In a recurring sequence of moves that are used to achieve a particular communicative goal, discourse patterns can be found in a wide range of communicative contexts, including classroom, workplace, and social setting. And the next question is, what are the scopes discourse analysis in spoken discourse? Scope of discourse analysis in spoken discourse is a verbal use by using speech in communication. It consists a series of conventional system of sounds and actual representation is speaking understanding. Speaking means to understand spoken discourse, and there are three scopes of discourse. Namely, speaking as interaction, speaking as transaction, and speaking as performance. And the most frequent spoken discourse can take place in two different contexts, in the classroom and real social life. The next question is, Analyze the following structure of conversation to find out its discourse sequence, moves, function, and internal structure. The conversation is: Jane, I really want to apologize to you. Discourse sequence is initiation, move or function is command. The next conversation is: what for? Discourse sequence is respond, and move or function is answer and asking. The next conversation is: I'm really sorry about what I said to you the other night. The discourse sequence is follow up, and move or function is giving information. The next conversation is: oh, forget it. The discourse sequence is respond, and move or function is confirming the information. And the next conversation is: I cannot. It was terrible things to say. Please forgive me. The discourse sequence is initiation, and move or function is an acknowledgement. And the last conversation is: okay, enough is enough. I accept your apologize. The discourse sequence is respond, and move and or function is confirming the acknowledgement. And the internal structure from this conversation is MWM. And the next question is: please explain following terms of writing discourse, such as micro and macro analysis, cohesion and coherence, grammatical cohesive device, and lexical cohesive device. Microanalysis is the way to analyzing vocabulary and grammar, including cohesive relation and grammatical regularities in particular text. Meanwhile, macroanalysis is the way to investigate the organization of text, such as patterns and types. And then cohesion is the way in which a text is tied together by linguistic devices, such as grammar, vocabulary to set up well-constructed relations of meaning within text. Meanwhile, coherence is the result from the process cohesion itself. Next, grammatical device can be understood as the device used to create coherence in text, namely reference, submissions, ellipse, and conjunction. And lexical device refers to vocabulary used to create coherence in text, namely using reiteration and collocation. The next question is: describe how to analyze text patterns in discourse analysis. There are three types we can use to analyze text patterns in discourse analysis. The first is problem solution patterns. These patterns consist of four functions, such as situation, problems, response, and evaluation. Then second is general to specific patterns. This pattern is really characterized by a movement in the writer's thinking from a generalization to specific detail. And the last is claims counterclaim patterns. These patterns refers to structure of ideas in a text in which a claim or a statement of the truth of something and counterclaims or an opposing claims made to offset the previous claims are presented in relation to a given issue. The next question is: describe how to analyze sentence pattern in discourse analysis. Analyze sentence patterns in discourse analysis are using theme and rhyme. Theme and rhyme are two terms that indicate the way in which message is conveyed in a sentence, with a using pattern simple linear progression, constant progression, derived hyperthematic progression, splitting progression, linear constant progression, constant linear progression, and elliptic progression. The next question is: what factors to consider in selecting target discourse to be analyzed to get required or relevant information and on language use in context? There are several factors to consider when selecting target discourse to be analyzed to get required or relevant information on language use in context. The first is the purpose of the analysis, such as what do you hope to learn from this analysis. The second is the genre of discourse, such as what type of discourse is it. The next is the audience for the analysis, such as who will be reading the analysis. The next is the availability of the discourse, such as is the discourse easily accessible. And the last is the time and resources are available, such as how much time and research do you have to devote to the analysis. And the last question is, do you agree with saying that discourse analysis has significant contribution to English language pedagogy? Yes, I agree, because discourse analysis has a significant contribution to English language pedagogy. Discourse analysis can be a valuable tool for English language teachers. It can help teachers better to understand how language is used, identify common errors in student language use, and develop materials that promote critical thinking and reflection. And then discourse analysis can encourage students to participate in authentic communication activities. Okay, I think that's all from me about 10 question from final discourse analysis. Thank you very much, and I apologize for my shortcomings. Last I say assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.